Okay, y'all. So today we're going to be talking about the Yuba County Five. We're a group of five men, each with mild disabilities and psychiatric conditions. Now, as I said, this is a group of five men. There was Jack, Ted, Gary, Bill, and then Jack the second. Now, all five of these guys were huge basketball fans, and on February 25th of 1978, the Gators were due to play their first game in this Special Olympics. So yeah, being the basketball fans that they was like, we cannot miss this. We have to go. The five men were so excited that they even prepared the night before. They even asked their parents to wake them up early. So they decided to drive to California State University to cheer on a basketball game. Now, Jack and Gary were the only two with a license. So Jack decided he was going to be the driver this night. They went ahead and headed towards Chico in their little 1969 Mercury Montego. And after their team won the game, all five men returned to the vehicle and they ended up driving downtown. They bought snacks and sodas and milk. And at this time, it was around 10 o'clock, and they know this because the clerk at the store said they disturbed her closing the store down. So she definitely had memory of the group of men. Mind you, their team had just won the basketball game, so they was probably lit. However, after that clerk said she seen those men in that store, no one else would ever see them again. Their parents even waited up to see if they would return, and unfortunately, none of the five men returned home. So police were sent out, and they're taking the same exact route that they know these men took to get to the basketball game. However, they found no signs of them. But a few days later, a ranger told investigators that he seen that same. You would think that the police finding a car would answer a lot of questions. However, it led the police more confused than before they found the car. So, one of the main questions was, why was the car located over 70 miles opposite of the direction they were going? And none of the five guys' parents could speculate why they would be on a dirt road on the side of a forest. It didn't make sense. It was cold, they didn't have any extra clothes, and majority of the men didn't like the cold weather. So everything just wasn't adding up at this point. Investigators could also tell that the car was stuck in snow. However, they said the five guys should have been able to push the car out of the snow. So while the car wasn't pushed out of the snow, iffy. And the keys weren't in the ignition or nowhere in the car, so it gave maybe the car was giving them issues and it wouldn't start. However, when police hotwired the car, it immediately crunk, so definitely was a dead end for police as well. Now, the men's body were not discovered at first. However, after the snow melted, four bodies ended up being discovered. Ted was found in a trailer 12 miles away from the car. Jack, Bill, and Jack 2 had been completely devoured by wild animals, so nothing was left of any of them. And it was showed that Ted actually lived for 3 months after the men were last seen. His autopsy showed that he starved to death, despite there was plenty of food around. Gary's shoes was found in a trailer, so they believe that Gary survived for some time after the last time they were seen. A local man came forward later saying that he spent the night short distance away from where the Mercury was parked. The man said that he heard someone call for help twice, but when they got close, they turned off their flashlights and got quiet. So he just left it alone. This definitely led to suspicions of foul play. The fact that these men were mentally disabled to the point where one actually starved himself with food in his presence is just so sad to me. It's like, why would you starve to death with food right next to you? You know, it's so heartbreaking. What's crazy as well is the fact that Gary still to this day has not been found. That's crazy to me because it's like, where could this man have went? You know, it's just so many questions and so many things you could think of that could have possibly happened. It's been 46 years now, and the body of Gary has still never been found. What do y'all think about this story? Are y'all interested in more missing person cases? Drop some comments below and let me know what kind of stories you want me to get into next. Thank you so much for watching.